It may be one of Houston's most horrifying murders caught on camera.
The brutality is probably the worst I've ever seen in my 10 years at the DA's office. It's pretty bad.
If this is not the most insane story I've done, it has got to be in the top 5. If you are a true crime / tragic events lover like myself, this is the channel for you. I am the Mysterious Black Bandit, and on this channel, I try to put out stories that either haven't been told before or stories that haven't been told in a while, and every now and then, I'll put out a recent event if they're interesting enough. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and you have to manually go in and turn that notification bell on so you'll receive all the alerts whenever I upload. Now, I know y'all ready to get to this story, so let's hop into it. On May 3rd in Houston, Texas, a 64-year-old man named Stephen Anderson was headed down 7000 block of Woodward Square Drive to check his mail. As he was checking his mail, he turned and noticed a white Dodge Challenger speeding and swerving down the road, but not thinking anything of it. He turns back around and starts heading back to his apartment. Out of nowhere, the person driving this Challenger swerves and hits Stephen, knocking him to the ground. Completely oblivious to everything, he sits up and turns to look and see if he noticed who this person was driving this vehicle. But when he didn't recognize it, he figured that maybe this was just an accident or something. Well, as he proceeded to get off the ground, this person driving this vehicle puts the car in reverse and runs over him, then crashes the vehicle into an air-conditioned unit. By this time, others in the neighborhood who had witnessed this incident came outside and surrounded the old man to see if he was okay and possibly help if they could. While everyone was standing around in a panic, that person driving that vehicle, which was 20-year-old transgender Karon Fisher, who was dressed in a black bra and high-waisted black shorts, reappears. Everyone thought that maybe he was just coming back to check and see if Stephen was okay, but when they seen that he was holding a knife, they knew that that wasn't the case and something was seriously wrong with this person. In broad daylight, Karon walks over to Stephen's limp body, flipped this man over and straddled him. Then straight out of a horror movie, this fool gently kissed Stephen, then began stabbing him over 9 times. With everyone screaming and panicking, Karon finally gets up and presses over Stephen's body and proceeds to walk away as if nothing happened, then goes and tries to get into another person's vehicle to leave. When she wasn't able to get in this vehicle, Karon walks towards Stephen's body again, but this time he jumps over it and fled the scene on foot. It wasn't long before the police and paramedics arrived to this horrific scene. With all the damage Stephen Anderson had suffered, there wasn't much they could do for him and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Fortunately, the people at this crime scene immediately provided officers with information of the whereabouts of the suspect, which was at a nearby location, and later on that night, Karon Fisher was detained. Now, before Karon was taken in for questioning, he was taken to a hospital to see if he had mental health issues or to see if drugs might have played a role in this killing. But how about when the nurse was trying to restrain Karon, he started acting a plumb fool. Karon started kicking and swinging and eventually attacked the nurse, and this led to Karon getting an assault charge added on to her evading arrest and murder charge. Now, originally, detectives felt that Karon and Stephen may have had some kind of secret relationship going on due to the shocking and horrific crime, but after further investigation, they came to the conclusion that they were total strangers and this was just a random act of violence. Now, during Karon's hearing, records showed that he had been in trouble with the law a few times before this incident. In 2021, he was charged with prostitution. In 2022, he was arrested several times, mostly for theft, but I guess since they couldn't prove he committed the crime, all those charges were dismissed. Then, in 2023, he was convicted of evading arrest, but was given a deferred adjustification, which is a type of probation that allows your record to be wiped clean if you follow all the terms. Now, originally, Karon's bond was set at $2 million, but it was lowered to $300,000 on each count and another $300,000 for violating the terms of his probation, which came up to be $900,000. Karon Fisher was subsequently charged with murder and taken to the Harris County Jail to await his trial date. For this person to do something like this in broad daylight in front of everybody, there had to be something seriously wrong going on in this person's head. I don't have much to say about this story, but Y'all please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy content like this, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Y'all make sure you have a wonderful day, and you already know what to do. Stay mysterious, my friend.